If a picture is worth 1,000 words, photographer C. Smith has an epic story to tell. For more than 60 years, he's documented the African-American experience in Cincinnati. From the lows to the highs, his photos are a historical mosaic of struggle and triumph. An African-American icon.
That's Jackie Robinson?
It's Jackie Robinson. Only woman got that. He did that picture just for me.
Muhammad Ali, James Brown, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., from sports to music to the civil rights movement, photographer C. Smith has seen it all and documented it all.
The March on Washington in 1963. A couple of times some guys told me they were going to break my camera if I had taken any more pictures.
At the height of the civil rights movement during dark times, the now 81-year-old Bond Hill man was there, shining a light on the injustice with his camera. Smith became a photographer after being inspired at 14 years old. Cincinnati boxer Ezzard Charles was being honored with a homecoming parade after winning the heavyweight championship.
The police officers held everyone back except one guy, and he was the photographer, and he walked right up to Ezzard Charles and he was taking pictures. I said, "Oh wow, mother, that's something." And I thought that was very bold, and the police held everybody back for him, so I said, I want to do that.
That photographer was black. His camera, in spite of his skin color, gave him access. The lens was colorblind.
I was in the riots.
Over decades of images, Smith traveled for the NAACP, documenting the struggle for equality. He covered the March on Washington as well as the 1967 riot in Avondale.
People were burning up buildings and stuff like that, and I was photographing, and I was scared of getting shot by the police. And I got a photograph over there of the police with his gun in his hand running down the street. And I thought somebody was going to just accidentally, not accidentally, but just shoot me, you know, because I was running and just taking pictures.
With his camera, Smith was featured in national black publications. He also started his own Cincinnati magazine, Ghetto Magazine, in the late 60s. He recalled a meeting he had with legend James Brown before a concert.
I had my credentials, and James Brown was playing at an event, and I was prepared, and they had put my camera and my credentials. When I went up, let all the white photographers in, and didn't let me in. I showed him the Ghetto Magazine. He said, "Wait a minute, don't go nowhere." And he took it back to James Brown. And about 10 minutes later, James Brown had me in front of him. He said, "Who are you?" And I told him who I'm, C. Smith. He said, "You publish this magazine?" I said, "Certainly do." And he said, "What's your circulation?" I said, 5,000 an issue. And he said, "Oh, really?" And then it was in his dressing room. He was changing clothes.
So many moments in a storied life, a legacy, and pictures.
Oh, I feel very honored, and I feel very humbled.
The photography of C. Smith will be on display through March 12th at the main library downtown, and that event is free.